All right, and in this portion of the video, I want to just go over some of the statistics that have been going on here in the last month of November here. Now that we're in December, new statistics are out here. There is now new information regarding what happened in the real estate market in the Chicagoland area, Aurora, Oswego, Naperville, and I want to share that with you here. You know, interest rates have been going down as of late this month, so I want to give you an update. How has that impacted the market here in the Chicagoland area? So I have brought along today real estate agent here in our area.
Hi, I'm Jenny, New Yorker, and I'm going to be joining Luis today to go over some research that he did this morning about how the market is. So we're just gonna go over some cities.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely we're going to take a look at the statistics, and hopefully you find this not only entertaining, but also very informative. And of course, as always, if you are looking for a real estate agent here in the local area, obviously reach out to myself, but you all can also reach out to Jenny. Jenny, what's your information? Just your phone number.
Oh yeah, so you can always reach out to me at 630-429-7439. That's my phone number. Or you can also reach out or send me an email, which would be jennifer.neorga@exprealty.
There you go. So there you go. exprealty.com is the place to go if you want to reach out to her or myself as well, and we could definitely help you with your home search. So I'm already excited about this. Every month, like I said, I'd like to go through lots of information here. As you can see on my screen, I have already pulled up InfoSparks here. This is just information. I have already highlighted Chicago, Aurora, and Oswego. We're not talking about national numbers. We're talking here about local numbers and see what has been happening, and I also have the trends to show you. Okay, so I mean, Jenny, what do you think has been sales of the activity here this past month? Do you feel it's been really busy or not as busy?
I feel like it hasn't been as busy. Yeah, it's a little slow right now. I feel like it's because we're in December, we're in winter, so I think things get a little slower around this time. But
yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, look, a lot of folks think that in December, January, the cold weather months, it gets slower. But we're gonna find out here if it really did slow down. I'm not gonna give you any spoiler, alerts and all this stuff. No. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty, into the facts, and then we're gonna answer those questions. Because Jenny, being out in the field, people ask you all the time, right? They say, Jenny, how's the market, right?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time we get those questions. So we're gonna provide those answers here. And if you are tuning in and watching this as a real estate agent here in the area, you're going to be well informed if you watch this portion of the video. So let's take a look and see what the sales prices have been this month. Okay, so here in Chicago area, as you can see here in my mouse, sales for the month of November have been at 329,000. That's the median price, not the average price. Now, we don't like the average so much because it does take into account those anomalies, the really, really high priced homes and the really, really low homes.
Yeah, it affects it.
It does kind of make the numbers, go up or down depending on that. But to get a more conservative, safer number, we like to use the median. Okay, so that's Chicago, right? And Chicago's a beast in and of itself. A lot of times here in the suburbs, the market is much more different than it is in the city. So let's take a look. Go ahead, Jenny. Go ahead and let us know what the Aurora median price was for the month of November.
So the Aurora median price was 200,000.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. So the Aurora median price is $297,500.
Yes.
That's actually, or what do you think? Is it good? Is it bad?
Well, according to this, Jenny, it actually went up 10% compared to last year. Now watch this. I'm going to flip it up a little bit. I'm going to give you monthly data here. Now, this is a new number because this right here gives you an idea month per month. See, the other one was a rolling average. So they take the November numbers and they kind of average it out with the whole year. This time, Jenny, this gives you data points for every single month. And so now, what is the median price for November with this new data point?
It's going to be 300. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. This is a cool number.
Okay, it's going to be $307,113.
Right there. Yeah. So for the month of November, if someone asks you or us, right, hey, what's the average price or median price in Aurora? Hey, homes have been selling for around $307,000 here this month. So it's actually gone up, if you can see here on your screen as well, 16% over last year. Well, what did the numbers look like for last year? So here, let me see here. I'm going to get, my screen might go off, who knows. But last year in November, let's see, here it is. The sales for Aurora was what, Jenny?
264,500. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
An increase.
Increased 307. See, we're excited about these numbers because we care about you and your transaction.
Yeah.
and we want to make sure that you get taken care of. So we are passionate about what we do. And now let's take a look at Oswego's numbers.
Okay.
Right? Oswego, what has been the median price this month of November?
It's actually, for Oswego, it's actually going to be $385,000.
Yes.
Wow.
And it went up how much percent compared to last year?
23%. That's
23%.
amazing.
Yeah, look at that. So let's take a look at the graph one more time. So I'm going to scroll back to November of 2022. So here we go back in time. And according to that number, what was the sales median for last year?
So the sales median for last year for Oswego, it was 312,500.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did improve.
It improved right there.
It
So
did.
385. So what does that mean for sellers, Jenny? What do you think that when a seller hears that number, what do you think is going on in their brain?
Oh, they get excited. They get like, okay, I'm going to sell my house.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
selling my house.
Of course. And they can, command a higher price. I mean, you got to obviously talk with a real estate agent like Jenny or myself to give you a proper comparative market analysis and let you know what the property can sell for realistically. Obviously, a seller's going to have, let me go ahead and do this. It always happens. I apologize for that. But a seller's always going to have the option to put whatever they want out there. But when you consult with a professional, you can definitely get the price that we know the property will sell for. Because we, as Jenny and myself, we study homes and prices every day. So we know exactly what's going on in the market. I mean, looking out the window here, I'm looking at a home that actually sold back in September. And this one over here that sold just recently, a 2-flat out here. So we're in the neighborhoods. We know exactly what's going on.
There's a few for sale signs like around this open house that we're at right now. So yeah, there's a few people selling on the same street too. So.
Exactly. And the people that do come out, even in December, are more prone to buy because they're more serious.
Yeah,
I mean,
more serious.
if they're willing to go out into the weather and
Exactly.
get into a house, I mean, they're really willing to do it. Even today, we had a dog just show up to our place, right?
Yeah.
Over here.
He was so cute.
Yeah, so he's also motivated, right? And so we have motivation out here with people looking to buy homes. All right, now let's get into some more information, okay? So we're here in Info Sparks trying to give you an idea of what's been happening here in the market. So we looked at the median price, and now the next question people ask us, Jenny, is, well, how many homes are available for sale in the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's find that out. How many homes are for sale in the market? Let's take a look as it's crunching the numbers. All right, you see here the numbers are very skewed. Chicago's like a monster just taking over the whole graph. So what I want to do now is I'm going to kind of eliminate Chicago for a little bit, and now we can clearly see, at least here in the hyper-local area, because again, a real estate agent's value is in the hyper-localness of the realtor, right? Because we are local experts here. We know the people that live in this neighborhood here, okay? So let's take a look. How many homes for sale did we see, Jenny, here in Aurora in November of 2023?
In Aurora, it's only going to be 131 homes.
131 homes for
Mhm.
sale. Is that an improvement to last year, or is that?
It actually decreased. It looks like it decreased by 31%.
So let's take a look at November's numbers a year ago. So let's go ahead and go back in time, and now we're here. According to this, how many homes were for sale in November of last year?
For last year, it was actually 191. So yeah, it did decrease.
Yeah.
Wow.
It decreased by 31%. So
Mhm.
yeah, we have less homes for sale, right? So how's the market? Hey, there's still 131 homes for sale. It's not like no one's selling a house.
Right.
There, even right now, 131. Now I can give you even a more specific number. If you give me a call, 630-777-4597. You can give me a call and I'll let you know exactly how many homes are for sale right now. But as of now, I mean, we have 131. Let's take a look at Oswego's numbers. What has Oswego? How many homes for sale in Oswego?
For Oswego, it's going to be 67 homes. So it's less than Aurora, but I mean, I'm not really surprised about that.
Well, Aurora is the second most populated
Yeah,
city in
exactly.
Illinois. But Oswego's still a nice, beautiful area,
Mhm.
and even their prices are up there. So
Oh, yeah.
that's great. Now, compared to last year, let's take a look. Last year, November 2022, it looks like, that's August. A little off there. How many homes?
71 homes for last year. So it decreased by 5%. Not as much as Aurora's, but I mean, yeah, it did decrease.
It decreased some. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So homes for sale, they went down compared to last year, right?
Mhm. We don't have that much inventory this year.
Not
Yeah.
much inventory, and this is the thing that we do. We look at what's called the month's supply. Do you know what month's supply is, Jenny?
No. Can you talk a little bit
I
about
would
that?
love to talk about this. What we do all the time. Hear Jenny all the time talking about homes. So basically, what a month supply is, it's basically like a measurement, a tool of measurement to see, how this is a vacant home here, but how full the racks are, how full the shelves are, right? So in a typical market, 6 months inventory is what would be considered more, balanced market, right? Like both buyers and sellers equal leverage.
Right.
If there's like 8 months supply of homes, that basically means that the market is loaded with inventory, and now the buyers can choose. They have a plethora of choices. It's like me with the cookies that were brought today. Just so many cookies, I could pick whatever I want, how many I want, right? But if it was a inventory of cookies, like 1 or 2 cookies, I don't have a lot to choose from. I gotta just get what I have, especially if I'm hungry. Well, right now buyers are hungry, and so month supply less than 6 months, Jenny, would actually be considered a seller's market. Now, there's a seller's market, and then there's a strong seller's market. A strong seller's market would be more like 3 months supply or less. That means that there's way less homes available compared to like the amount of people looking. So are you ready to see how many homes are on the market?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, here we go. Month supply. I can't wait to see. This is all new to me as well here. All right, so here we go. November 2023. How many months supply? How many months supply do we have in Aurora?
0.9.
So wait, that's like less than a month, right?
Yeah. Can you explain, like?
What is there to explain? That means that, is there enough homes in the market?
No.
I mean, we're close to what?
Literally 0.
Yeah. Even though there's 131 homes available in the market, you say, well, that's a lot. 100 homes, that's a lot. Not when you compare it. I mean, let me go back to this again. If you have that objection at home saying, well, you still have 131 homes for sale, that's not nothing, right? Well, if you take it back to the context of, let's say, 10 years, let me just show you here. You see how inventory has gone from having 724 homes, even though that's August, almost 1,000 homes in one given month available for sale. Well, look how much it's dropped in the past. 2016, 2017, 18, 19, and then what happened in 2020, Jenny?
It dropped dramatic. Oh, wait, 2020?
Yeah. No, I mean, in general, in the world, what happened around that time? 2020.
Oh, yeah, COVID happened.
The pandemic happened, right? So everybody was in lockdown, and even then, what happened after that? What happened to interest rates around that time, too?
Didn't it get high?
So interest rates actually took a huge dip. And they went down to as low as like 2.6, 2.7. It was very low. And so, I mean, what happens when there's low interest rates? What do you think people are going to want to do?
Buy.
They're going to want to buy. Yes. So that's what we see here is that people wanted to buy because of low interest rates. And that's what happened. That's what took a big chunk off of the inventories we see here. And it has not recovered. So yeah, that's what I see here in the last 10 years of history in the Aurora area. So month supply, going back to this again, let me just show you real quick. 10 years of the supply, okay? Same deal there. It tells the same story. Homes for sale and inventory go hand in hand. And so, yeah, there you go, 0.9. It went down 18% even last year. So even last year with low inventory, Jenny, let's see here. Go back to the 3 years, zoom in there as we gotta keep that refreshed. Okay, cool. Last year, November, what was the number?
It was only 1.1.
1.1.
So still barely. Wow.
Yeah. How long have we been in a strong seller's market according to these numbers? Let me go back.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, if you go back to April 2020, that was kind of like in Aurora when we were at 2 months supply.
Right.
And I haven't really seen, at least in this 5-year span, anything above like 3. There's a 3-month supply in September. So that was a seller's market still, but that doesn't mean that things, weren't moving along. Let me just go back, Jenny, 10 years and just kind of take a look because I want to see okay, here we go. Back in 2014 is when we kind of had a balanced market. I remember buying a house here in the local area around 2015, and I recall, Jenny, the interest rates were like at 4.85. There was plenty of inventory, so we had a lot of room to negotiate, but that was way back here. Now, where we are today, buyers, do you think that they have a lot of leverage right now?
No, not really.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, so but it's fine because when you get yourself with an experienced real estate agent like Jenny or myself, we can give you advice. You don't have to go at it alone. Now, obviously, there is a fee for our service, but you would benefit greatly by having one of us in your corner, fighting for you, pulling for you, and giving you all the relevant information. And plus, we have connections with real estate agents all throughout the area, so we can definitely get you, get your word out there, get your offer out there, just strengthen that. All right, Jenny, you ready for the next one?
All right, I'm ready.
Cool. So month supply, we're talking about that. You know what? I kind of want to bring in the big bad wolf. You want to try that? You say, well, what's that? I'm going to bring back Chicago just for context, right? Just to give you an idea. So let me go ahead here and check it out. Let's see if it pulls up. If not, I don't understand why this one shows up.
What about Chicago's? I want to see how their monthly supply.
Absolutely. Let me see if I could find Chicago. Chicagoland, let's see here. Yeah, it's City of Chicago. I'll pull it up right now. Yeah. See what's going on here? Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger first. All right, there you go. Pórtese bien. All right. I'm not sure if that's going to pull up the information like we wanted to. Let's kind of scroll down. See, I was hoping like this wouldn't happen with the thing, but it's okay. Let's see. Chicago. Little city. Okay, so let me just alphabetically find it. That one always takes up most of the space there in the map. That's what they're so big that sense. Eventually I just like have to remove it. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get back to the video here. All right. We brought in the big bad wolf, right? We brought in Chicago here with the numbers. We want to see what the month supply for Chicago is, right, Jenny? Why don't you go ahead and let us know what the month supply of Chicago is?
So it's 2.7.
2.7. Mm-hmm. Did it go up or down compared to last year?
It went down. It decreased by 10%.
Right. So, I mean, look, Chicago has a bit more supply. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's a large city. You know, there's 2 million people living there as opposed to Aurora. Right. But still, 2.7 months supply is still a seller's market in Chicago. Now, there's some local areas that homes sit on the market for a very long time. And if that's the case, then, you know, the seller would have lost some leverage. And so in that case, maybe the seller wants to sell it and the buyer would have more leverage, right? So that's all about, you know, just that battle going on at all times. But in general, in the whole city of Aurora, in the whole city of Chicago, that's what it looks like, okay? All right, so what are we gonna look at next? To figure out, because we did establish that it's still a very low inventory. Right. And then we don't establish that homes for sale are down, right? So when we communicate with the public, when you communicate with the public, if you're the public watching right now, you see that there's low inventory and the prices are still high compared to last year and they're not looking to go any lower. That's because of the low inventory, right? There's not a lot of supply, so whatever's out there is going to be, you know, superficially elevated a little bit.
Yeah, supply and demand.
Of course, it's supply and demand. Well, let's talk about demand, right? Let's talk about and figure out how many people are actually out and about in the houses looking at these homes. So what we do here, Jenny, is I'm going to go ahead and pull up shows per listing. I like to see that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so every time a house goes on the market, right, we have folks that are looking to see a house and they make appointments and whatnot. Well, let's look at the new data here now that we're in November. According to this information here in Aurora, how many shows per listing do we have?
10.1.
10.1. I'm a little bit sad because of that. All year long, I've been tracking these numbers, and I was hoping that we would stay around 12 or even 15. We've seen peaks around 10, 15, around, when was this? Actually, 22 shows per listing back in April.
Wow.
Now, that's seasonality. I shouldn't be too upset, right? Because it's December, and so in December, we typically don't have that much many people looking at homes, which is, why would that be good news though? If there's not a lot of people looking at homes right now, why would that be good news for a buyer?
For a buyer, because they don't have that much competition.
They don't have that much competition, right? And that's good. I mean, if you've been all year long fighting and scratching and clawing, right, to get yourself an offer, now that there's nobody really looking.
Yeah, you don't have anybody to compete with those offers, so.
Yeah. Get out there and take a look when there's no competition here going on. All right, so we're all here just attentive to make sure that, you know, if someone comes in, hey, we're going to go ahead and make conversation with them and try to sell them a home. All right, so that's what we got going on with Aurora. There's 10 shows per listing. It went down, but it's still, compared to last year, it's still 6% above that. So even last year, if I could just take a look here, I always got to look at this, right? In November, we had 9.5 showings per listing. And this year we had 10.1. So November versus November, it's still a little bit better.
We increased,
We did.
We're doing better.
That's awesome. So here now in Oswego, what did we do there in Oswego? How many shows?
6.5 showings.
6.5 showings per listing.
But it still increased by 16%. That's a lot.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, let's see last year's.
Let's see last year's. So here in, where are we going? I'm lost. August, September, October. Okay, November. In Oswego, what was the number?
5.6.
Only 5, maybe 6 people showed up to any listing at any given time. So, I mean, most of the time, if the house was on the market for 30 days, maybe one every 5 days, someone would show up to the place. I mean, just looking at some averages there. But hey, it's gone up compared to last year.
Yeah.
So is there like hot demand? Well, demand compared to last year, yeah, it's better than last year. So if someone says, hey, how's demand looking like? Hey, you know what I could say to them? I'll say to them, hey, it's better than last year.
It really, yeah, because it is.
It is better than a year ago.
last year, yeah.
It is, isn't it? So that's what we can see. Those folks looking in, and obviously Chicago only has 4 showings per listing.
What?
I mean, look, it's up compared to last year. Last year it was
Yeah.
only 17%. Let's look at Chicago's numbers compared to last year. There it is, November 2022.
Oh, 3.5. So wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It increased by 17%. So
It
that's
is.
good.
Yes. So instead of maybe 3 people looking at a listing, it's hey 4. Well, anyway, that's what's going on there with demand. And yeah, now let's look at another demand feature, right? Market time. We like to see how long houses stay on the market for. Why is that important? What do you think that's important, Jenny? How long a house stays in the market?
To see if it's gonna sell or not. Yeah, but I want to see if if there's buyers or
Yeah.
you know.
Market time is important because it basically shows and measures how hot an area is. And also, not only that, but if the price of the property is well
Oh yeah,
priced.
that too.
Yeah, and how in demand things are. So if you do price a property accordingly, correctly, in line with the comparative market analysis we do, that home should not sit in the market longer than other homes in the
Exactly.
market.
Yeah. The main reason a home doesn't sell is because of the price. It's always because of the price.
Man, yeah. So if you price it right, I mean, there's always gonna be a buyer. I mean, anybody would buy a house for like $1, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't fret. If your home has been sitting in the market for a very long time, just lower the price.
Yeah.
Lower it.
You're gonna be able to sell it. You are.
Eventually, if you want to sell it for $1, hey, call me. I would love to buy the house for you for $1. Right?
Exactly.
So, okay, how long has it been? So this is the average market time here in Aurora. What's the number there? How long has it been?
25.
That's the
25
average.
days.
That's taking into account homes that have been on the market for 300 days or 1 day. But let's get a more reliable number.
Yeah, let's look at the median.
Let's look at the median. That's a more reliable number. Now what do you see?
7 days. Wow.
7 days in the market is all it takes for a home to be on the market for. If it's priced properly, you should get an offer usually around 7 days or so. Again, taking the median number, we take the great vast numbers. Let me just do this. The great vast numbers, and you start to just get the middle ones, and then we kind of find the average there. Okay, that's a more conservative number. 7 days compared to last year, Jenny. Look, it says minus 69. What is going on here?
All right, let's check out last year's.
All right, let's check out last year's. All right, November. There it is.
23.
What is that? What's the story here with these numbers?
So basically, this year homes are selling faster compared to last year. So that's really good. That's really good.
Yes. So if you feel again that it's December, it's a cold month, and homes are not selling, I mean, I don't know what. Maybe your algorithm in the social media is giving you the wrong information.
Exactly.
You're feeding you whatever you are liking and whatnot. But look, the point is, the facts remain that homes are selling and not lasting in the market that long. I mean, it goes in line with how many people are here in the market looking at homes. So yeah, 7 days.
But do you think that, like, let's say in the summer, homes would be on the market like less than 7 days? Do you think? Or
Well, let's take a look at the information. See, we see here waves. See the waves? That's a seasonality.
Right.
That could be. Let's take a look. All right. So we look at the first peak here, and this one's in 2020. You see here market time. Market time is again how long homes sit in the market. So our peaks are around January, February, even March.
Oh, wow.
They last a while, and then it goes down. In other words, we see ghosts coming into this place, and then we see other things coming in. All right, cool. And so we see seasonality. All right, we could edit that. All right, cool. So we're looking at the trends of the last several years, and when is it the time when it's lasts on the market longer, right? So again, we have here December, January, February, and March. Like those are the trends every year. Every year we see that number fluctuating. It takes longer in those cold weather months, granted. But hey, 6 days, 12 days, 20 days is still very fast.
Yeah.
In an average time, it's about 30 to 45 days in a more balanced market. So regardless of the cold weather months, and other realtors can attest to this, they've seen a lot of activity still in the cold weather months. All right, but when is it that it doesn't take that long? In the summertime, right? We see faster movement here in June, July, August, even up to October, even November, homes move quickly. It's just when the snowstorms start coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we see, homes sit on the market just a little bit longer. Look at Oswego. We see how many days in the market?
12 days.
12 days.
Mm-hmm.
And compared to last year, Jenny, how are we doing in Oswego? Let's take a look here. Go ahead.
28 days, so it decreased by 57, which is, wow, that's good. That's really good.
Another improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Homes are selling faster than they did last year. And finally, Chicago. How's Chicago doing? Let's see.
27 days.
It takes 27 days for homes to sell, and compare that to last year. Last year, how many days?
42 days.
42 days. So it used to take 42 days for a house to sell in Chicago, and now it's taking 27 days. Again, if it's priced properly, pay attention to what your real estate agent is telling you about the home.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't study and do all this work every single day for you for nothing.
Exactly.
All right, so that's what we got going on here with homes. Any questions so far that you've had out in the field, or maybe you've had yourself about statistics in the local areas? They ask us things like, what's the interest rate, right? They ask us things
they
like,
always ask me that, yeah.
like how's the market? And we basically found out how the market is doing, right? Just by studying this.
Yeah, so how much do you think interest rates decreased compared to last year?
Well, we can take a look at that. I have here, let me see if I can pull it up. It's under my news. And then, so the question is asked, compared to last year. Mm-hmm. All right, here it is. Let's take a look at this. So this is just the last 12 months, Jenny. Mm-hmm. Fixed mortgage rates, according to Mortgage News Daily, which is a reputable source of information when it comes to interest rates. Mm-hmm. So as you can see here, it has been going up all year long, right? It's kind of fluctuating 7.77, 6, and 7.4, 7.8, and then it peaked on October the 19th, 2023.
Okay, this is for this year, right?
For this year, and it peaked at 8.03. Now you could take a look at more context. See the 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Yeah, so we see there the number has gone up. 5 years. And so when the pandemic hit, you see these numbers hit all-time lows right here. We're at 2.9. What is it? 3.01. I'm trying to see how low it can go. 2.8, 2. Yeah, so it just can continue to go for some time. And then finally, in 2021, December, that's when things started going up, up, up. And I remember, like as if it was yesterday, there was a frenzy. Everybody was trying to get out into the market. At this time, 2021, trying to buy homes, trying to scoop up homes. I mean, people were just going crazy. That's when most of the inventory started getting consumed. Remember how we saw the charts?
Yeah.
And those two, it goes hand in hand. And then so we have here 2022. Rates have finally hit 7%. And now everybody's like freaking out. They're like, I don't want to sell. I don't want to do nothing. Right? What have you heard from the field about interest rates?
That they're still too high.
They're still too high.
But you can always refinance. That's the thing.
If you can afford that monthly payment, go ahead and just go and find the house. Buying the house is always a win, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It is. And yeah, I mean, I've read other articles that talk about interest rates, the outlook for 2024. And a lot of folks are saying that the interest rates are going to be improving. Even this week, as I was listening to or watching or reading articles regarding the news, I was, I read about the Fed not wanting to move forward and not wanting to advance and, just increase the rates. He's not going to do that right now. So that's good news in the world because that means that interest rates are going to remain steady. Folks are thinking that next year, interest rates are going to be at 6.5, 6% or so. So I know that I have a lot of buyers wanting to get into the field at 6%, and who knows? What do you think is going to happen in the market, Jenny, when interest rates drop to like 6%?
There's going to be more buyers. Yeah, definitely more buyers.
More buyers? Mm-hmm. I think so. And what's going to happen when there's more buyers in the market?
There's more buyers, people are going to want to sell.
They're going to want to sell.
Yeah.
And then they're going to want to sell. And hopefully they do, because if they put the home to sell, we're going to help that inventory out. But if there's like way more buyers, Jenny, in the market, it's going to cause what?
Prices to increase, right?
Absolutely, they will. Because if a lot of buyers want to buy the same property, it's going to be a bid war.
More competition, yeah.
Yeah. And what happens when there's a bid war?
Prices will sell for more, definitely sell for more.
Possibly, because the people out there are shooting for
there's higher demand,
Absolutely, yeah. The higher demand, and I mean, I don't know what is it about people like a crowd begets a crowd, And so there's like a lot of folks interested in one place, and everybody wants to get in there. I remember my very first open house. We literally had about 47 groups show up.
Oh wow!
My first open house.
And when was that?
That was back in 2021 August. That was again when we saw the frenzy of homes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sale. The interest rates were very low, so there was a lot of folks wanting to buy. And literally, when I was driving home from my open house, I was taking a bunch of calls from people who just say, "Hey,
really?
I want to put an offer. I want to put an offer."
That's amazing.
Which is great, but I mean, I'm over here driving right next to Midway Airport, and I'm thinking to myself, where do I park and start writing offers? and so I was a newer agent then, and I had to basically figure out how to write offers and how to go about. I mean, there was a lot of things that buyers, when they want to put up an offer, they really don't understand all of the things that go on before they write an offer. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But the point is, there was a lot of demand then, but even now in 2023, going into 2024, things have slowed down a lot. And but that doesn't mean that it's extremely slow. We're still busier.
There's still demand,
There's still demand.
Not as much as other years, but there's still demand. So.
Absolutely. So that's gonna be it for the video here. Just talking about the statistics and the news that we got going on. Are you excited about next year, Jenny?
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what the market has for us.
Yes.
If it improves, if it doesn't improve, hopefully it does improve.
Hopefully it does improve.
Yeah.
I think it will improve.
I think so too.
Anytime we can help a buyer like yourself out there, find a place and help them with navigating the home selling or home buying process, it's always a win for us. It's not all we want to do, right, Jenny? Is just help them with buying a house and selling a house. So absolutely, if you are thinking about buying a home, Jenny, where can people reach you?
You can reach me again at 630-429-7439, or you can send me an email at jennifer.mayorga@exprealty.com.
All right. Well, look forward to the next one here as we continue to talk about the real estate news. And if you find any of this information useful, make sure to reach out to us, have a conversation, and help you with your home. All right. That's it for this segment.
Bye.
Bye.